Boxing has a dark history of alleged mob ties, fixed matches, and downright cheating scandals, which is kinda strange for a sport nicknamed the noble art. A lot of these of which some people haven't even heard of, so we thought we'd enlighten you on some of the worst cheating and scandals in boxing. But before you do, don't forget to go and subscribe below. Number 10. Abner Mares' low blows. This first cheat was a strange one to watch. Abner Mares' low blows were one thing, but the true disappointment was in how the referee, Russell Mora, allowed Mares to repeatedly strike his opponent, Joseph Agbako, below the belt without taking points.
Oh my goodness, how could you not see that?
Mora didn't do his job on this one, and Agbako's corner voiced their opinion of Mora when he called the fight, after Agbako took a knee when he received another low blow by Mares. Number 9. Shane Mosley, EPO. Sometimes fighters deny cheating even after they're caught, but Shane Mosley couldn't handle his guilt and came clean.
And you knew you took EPO that day on July 26, 2003, correct?
I know that, yes.
Mosley admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs in his fight against Oscar De La Hoya. He was seen as a stand-up fighter and squared off against some of the best of his era, but with the controversy hanging over his head, Mosley's reputation was never the same. Number 8. Paul Briggs feather dive. After a 3.5-year retirement stint, Paul Briggs returned to the ring to take on Danny Green, but to people's amazement, took a knee in less than 30 seconds. If you watch closely, Green's KO punch, if that's what we'll call it, doesn't really seem to connect with Briggs, and no, your computer is not lagging. Briggs' reaction time is just that slow. Danny Green voiced his distaste in the post-fight interview, calling Briggs a canine, and without a doubt, suggesting Briggs threw the match.
No one's as pissed off as me, believe me! Not one person is as pissed as me!
Briggs denied these allegations, but was fined and lost his license. It turned out a notorious Australian gang bet a lump sum of change on Briggs losing by a first-round KO. What a coincidence. Number 7. Mayweather's 96 Olympics. After Mayweather lost in a controversial decision at the 1996 Olympic Games, a judge was so disgusted that he resigned from the International Boxing Association. The judge went on to claim that Mayweather won every single round. Mayweather responded by moving forward and dominating ever since, but he's not the only boxer to face controversy in the Olympics. Number 6. Roy Jones Jr. in the 88 Olympics. The 1988 Olympics in Seoul hosted a whole new level of cheat. Roy Jones Jr. lost the gold medal in a controversial decision to Korean Park Si-hun. Jones nearly doubled Park in landed punches, and when the scorecards came in favoring Park, everyone involved was downright embarrassed. Park didn't even seem to want his gold medal, and the referees couldn't keep himself from scoffing. Yes, the judges were banned, but Roy Jones still hasn't received his gold, and as for Park, well, he couldn't care less for his. It's strange to see another fix where there are no winners in the ring, but I guess even the Olympics aren't safe from biased decisions. Roy Jones Jr. left the Olympics ready to quit, but instead he let the loss drive him to one of boxing's most iconic figures in history, the way any true champion operates mentally. Number 5. Jarrell Miller vs. Anthony Joshua. This one's of more recent times and probably one of the stupidest characters in boxing. Jarrell Big Baby Miller is an American boxer that surprised the large majority with his incredible work rate. And why I mean this is that the guy is an extremely large guy at 283 pounds. But it all made sense when in the run-up to his bout with Anthony Joshua Miller, popped positive for not 1 but 3 banned substances. And they weren't your average PEDs either, as he tested for human growth hormone, EPO, and GW1516. In result, he received a 6-month ban back in 2019, but here's the crazy thing. In his comeback fight against Jerry Forrest, lo and behold, he tested positive again for performance-enhancing drugs. The guy just didn't learn, and as a result, the fight was canceled. Number 4. Mike Tyson takes a bite out of Holyfield. Mike Tyson was unpredictable in and outside of the ring. His career had its ups and downs, and when it was up, it was way up. and when it was down, it was way down. Tyson showed frustration early on in his second fight against Holyfield, and things didn't look like they were going his way. But no one expected Tyson to take a bite out of Holyfield's ear and then spit the cartilage out onto the canvas. Somehow, some way, the fight wasn't stopped after this, with Tyson's corner claiming the ear injury came from a punch. And then, as if to rid any doubt, he bit Holyfield again.
A left hook. You know, it's funny, Mike was having his best round. He bit him again.
Finally, the fight was stopped, but it took a circus of security and 25 minutes of chaos to explain what happened. This moment went down in boxing history and took Tyson to a whole new level of notoriety. But unless you saw it live, you really can't understand just how shocking this night was. Eventually, Tyson apologized to Holyfield, and the two giants reconciled. Number 3. Ali vs. Liston 1 and 2. Back when Muhammad Ali was still named Cassius Clay, he had 2 bouts against the great Sonny Liston, where some accused Liston's corner of cheating in the first fight, but more accused him of taking a dive during the second. Liston was known to have ties to the criminal underworld, and it's sad to think he was pressured into losing intentionally. Regardless, the Liston era was gone with his second loss to Clay, and Clay, or Muhammad Ali as he would come to be known, would go on to be the king of boxing for decades to come. Number 2. Billy Collins. This is one of the more despicable cheats on our list. Billy Collins was a promising young fighter with an undefeated record going into his bout against Louis Resto. Round after round, Resto punched Collins to the point where he looked pretty dismantled, but it wasn't until after that fight that Collins' father and trainer realized something was wrong. Resto came over to show sportsmanship to Collins, at which point Collins Sr. grabs Resto's gloves to pull him in for a hug. But in the process, he realizes something wasn't right. Watch how this unfolds. Resto is caught red-handed, and along with his promoter, he faced some criminal charges for his misconduct in the ring. Much like the above cheats of Taylor and Liston, this scandal had some scary real-life repercussions outside the boxing ring. Number 1. Antonio Margarito. Some fighters are pressured and some cheat simply to win. Then there's Antonio Margarito. No boxer in recent history has cheated quite like this guy. It was his first fight with Miguel Cotto that raised suspicion after his punches were inflicting more damage than usual. They weren't even heavy punches half the time. He went on to win the fight, stopping Cotto in a demoralizing victory. But it wasn't until his fight with Shane Mosley when Hazeem Richardson discovered a type of plaster or brick was placed in his wraps. But after being found out, he was later